the preview ahead of our clash at Old Trafford against RB Leipzig. Before we delve into that, let's go back, shall we, to what happened a couple of days back where we drew 0-0 with Chelsea. If you want a cure for insomnia, just watch that match back again. It was dull as ditch water, it was uninspiring, it was absolutely terrible. It really, really was. I would rather watch paint dry than watch that massacre again. It was goddamn boring. The team selection was horrific. Telles was not on the bench and he wasn't even starting. And once again, Ollie is obsessed to shoehorn his bum chum, Pork Belly Pig, in the starting 11 every single minute of every single day. This is getting beyond the joke that became unfunny a long time ago. Why does Ollie keep riling us all the outers? The guy is clueless personified. He's not a use or ornament, and yet Ollie picks him every single bloody week. It wouldn't surprise me after the game that they're playing hide the sausage in the dressing room or scrubbing each other's back in the showers after the game as well. It's ridiculous. He's always obsessed to put his love child penciling in to every single game, while Telles gets thrown on the scrap heap into the reject bin like the Raggadolls, or thrown like a piece of rubbish like Super Ted. It's ridiculous. All he wanted him, all he bought him, you play him. I get sick and tired of seeing pork chops in that team every single week. There was a video footage of Bruno had the ball, he was looking for Pork Belly Pig to make the move, and he didn't even move. The fat bastard can't even bloody move. He can't generate any solar power or energy to make a busting run in about 10 minutes by the end of the game. And people are looking at that going, oh, Luke Shaw's now shit. He was shit years ago. I've been telling people about this, now people are cutting on to it. They said, oh, we knew about Porky Pig all along. I don't think you did. You knew nothing about him, and he stank the place out. He should have got sent off as well, by the way, because he handballed the ball while he was on the yellow card. And Ollie's going to get himself the sack if he keeps participating with him in that defence. He will get Ollie the push. Stop playing him and play a natural left back who is good. He already casted Williams to the side, which is fantastic. I think he's bang average. I've never rated the Williams. I think he's god awful. I'm glad he's been kicked to the curb. But Porky Pig needs to follow suit, because he shouldn't be at Man United. It's becoming an absolute felony what's going on at this club. Too many weak players, and it starts with a manager, and it also starts with Porky. Get out of the club, you fat, overweight cunt. Do what Adele did and lose bloody weight. That's what you should be doing. That's your calling. I'm sick and tired of it. That's why we are where we are, and the standards are dropped, because it plays like him. I thought Lindelof was absolutely superb. He was the best defender on the pitch. McTominay was fantastic. He got a lot of stick by top reds, the usual suspects. But at least McTominay knows the history between Man United and Liverpool. At least he knows that it's hate and rivalry, not bloody, Care Bears, My Little Pony, the Gummy Bears, or what have you, or Rainbow, or the Waltons. It's a hatred, pure, utter hatred. At least McTominay knows that. And at least McTominay doesn't get bullied by a group of girls as well. At least he doesn't have that on his CV to boot. So that's good for him. Imagine getting bullied by a group of girls. How embarrassing that must be. Anyway, let's crack on, shall we? So, Dan James got a lot of stick. I think it's fairly unfair that he gets tarred the same brush. And what's glaringly, funny about this is it was an Ollie signing. So all these sympathisers who back him to the hill, you're backing Dan James. You're criticising him even though Ollie backed him and brought him in. Again, that shows another indictment of what's happened to this club for years and years since post Sykes-Ferguson. I thought Cavani did very, very well. I thought he was superb. He should have scored. It was a great little flick. If Tellers was in the team instead of Pork Chops, he probably would have got a goal from a cross by Tellers. So hopefully Tellers plays on Wednesday. That leads me to the team. We'll play RB Leipzig. De Gea in goal. Right back has to be Wan-Bissaka because there's nobody there until we get an actual right back. Left back, it's got to be Telles, and Ollie's got to stop this obsession with playing Porky as a left-sided centre-back. This has got to stop. This is why I get angry. This is why me and other Ollie outers want the cunt out of this club. Dean Henderson, right, is the second choice goalkeeper. Nobody said, oh, Henderson can't play ahead of De Gea. Do you know what? We'll put him in right back instead. It makes no logical sense. It's putting square pegs in round holes, and it's not doing anybody any favours. It's making Porky even more shitter than he already is. I don't want to see him in the starting 11. I don't want to see him on a bench. This has to stop. I'm getting really frustrated with it, as you can tell by this video. So left back got to be Telles. Got to play a flat back four. And it's 5 at the back crap. I played Twanzebe and Lindelof. I thought they were superb against PSG the other week. Midfield 2, it's still got to be McTominay and Fred. And up front, it's got to be Rashford on the flanks. Bruno one side. Cavani, I'm not putting Martial in, I'm going to put Cavani in there. Him and Tez will complement each other on that those two sides. And then through the middle, it's going to be Juan Mata. You know, you could see he was frustrated and having a little bit of a sulk when he went off, and he has every right to do that. I mean, Mata is not a sort of person that's going to throw his toys out of the pram for the sake of it. There was a genuine reason. He had a shot on target that made a good save with, and I thought he was harshly treated. But for me, I'd start him. I think he can pick the lock. That's how good he is. So I'll play him there. And obviously, well, the front obviously is Rashford, who's been doing his bit for charity. I think everybody likes when people get one up on the Tories, but having said that, he's got to make sure he juggles them both and not concentrate on one or the other. Otherwise, people will get annoyed. People will start to notice, and that's the trouble. So I'm going to go for a draw. You know, Leipzig are top of their league. They came from 1-0 down. They've only lost 2 players in the summer. I think Upamecano got one of the goals, so they will be a threat. And they will not be like PSG, and they've got all their players available. Chelsea had all their players available, and we couldn't beat them. And the same will apply with RB Leipzig. So that's the end of this preview.